Okay, this is a companion video to my other video about the veterans that go in stores with their dogs. Okay, ooh, I'm a veteran. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I served, I served. Please give me attention, please give me attention, please give me attention. That's what these veterans are all about. Okay, these are veterans that have fully functional bodies, legs, hips, arms, necks. They haven't had their body parts removed by landmines. And so I'm not talking about the veterans that have like no legs or one legs and they use a dog to help them through their daily life. I'm not talking about those veterans because you don't even see these veterans in these type of stories. You see a veteran that has like big biceps, he's got chest muscles, he's strong, he has a manly physique. He goes in Home Depot with a Rottweiler or a pit bull or whatever, and it's got he has to be like, look at me, I'm a veteran. And the only way that he can let people know that he's a veteran is to have this big fucking goofy, slobbering, pooping, pissing, barking dog that happens to have a tactical vest on. Because look at me, I have PTSD. I can't live my life without this dog by my side. It's the look at me, look at me, look at me narcissist version of a veteran. Okay, I was a veteran. And I would love to tell people about how I use leadership or how we talked about a guy on our base that had his chest blown out by a 50 cal. He walked around the front of it and accidentally the round cooked off in the chamber and it blew all of his organs out the back and he died. We had two suicides while I served on base and we had to talk about that. I would love to explain how I'm a veteran and talk about those stories. I don't need a dog by my side for people 150, 200 feet away to come running over to me and be like, oh, you have a puppy? You must have been in the army. Oh, kissy, kissy, poo poo on your puppy. Like, that's so shallow and it's so thin veiled. Like, look at me, I have a dog, so I must be a disabled veteran. Give me attention. Give me a news story. Because I didn't get to go into Home Depot 3 Fridays ago. You know, like if you were in the Army or Marine Corps and you got deployed to go do a mission, and your mission was to gather your men and go do a certain task, are you going to sit there and cry and be like, well, I can't do that without my little Doberman by my side. I can't deploy the Humvee and operate the weapons and do a job without my little pupper by my side. No, you're not going to fucking do that. So how can you say that you can't go in a restaurant or a shop without your dog by your side? That's bullshit. Like when you're in the military, you understand orders and you understand that there's people above you that know more than you. You know, if you're a corporal, you have a sergeant above you. If you're a sergeant, you have a staff sergeant, a gunnery sergeant, a first sergeant above you. So when you get out of the military, you should understand that. So if you go into a store as a civilian purchasing items, as a civilian, you know, there's people that outrank you. There's the manager of that store. There's the purchasing agent of that store. There's the employees of that store. They're part of your command structure. And if you're walking in there as a customer ready to purchase items and you expect everybody in that store, the manager, the assistant manager, the people that work the floor that have to pick up the shit from your fucking dog, you have to understand you're taking orders from them too. Yeah, you're the customer. They take orders from you. They have to arrange their store for you, but you can't expect them to also take orders or be in a command structure with your pet fucking dog. So for all these veterans to go into retail establishments and expect them to be catering to their dog, that's bullshit. That's just indicative of you joined the Marine Corps or the Army or the Navy or the Coast Guard, whatever military establishment you were with. If you're expecting to go into a retail establishment and have them cater to you just because of your dog, that indicates you're a freaking idiot and you learned nothing while you were in the military. The military has a family type establishment. It has a structure of command establishment where you know that you're in charge of certain things and other people are in charge of you and other people are in charge of those people. You don't just get to throw a dog by your side, and then all of a sudden you're in command of everything and you get attention for everything. No, that store was put in place by the managers and the owners and the people that clean the store, the janitors that have to sweep up your fucking dog shit after hours. So veterans that go into retail establishments expecting their dogs to be catered to, you need to go rejoin the army and relearn all those lessons that you didn't fucking learn. I mean, it's irrefutable, you know. It's like when you join the military and you go to boot camp, if you have to learn how to do CPR, if you have to learn how to apply a tourniquet, if you have to learn how to repair your Amtrak on the field because you go to School of Infantry to be an Amtrak assaultman, you don't get to show up and be like, nah, I don't want to learn how to do that right now. I don't want to learn how to take care of my fellow military men because my dog over here, he needs to take a poo poo and get a kissy kissy on him face. You don't get to do that in the fucking military. So how do you think you get to fucking do that when you go into a restaurant or Walmart or whatever where the managers and owners have to deal with these dogs on a daily basis? And maybe they've had a problem with dogs in the past. The dogs jump up on people all the time. Dogs eat other people's food. They steal sandwiches out of people's faces. They jump on kids and knock kids over. The managers and the owners of those establishments don't want that to happen. And as a member of the military, you should understand that. You should be like, okay, I'm going to take my dog to the dog park out in the woods, walk him around, give him the attention he needs, leave him at home, then go do my shopping. And if your wife or your friend or you needs a bandage, needs a gallon of milk, and you got to run to the store and do it, you should be able to do that without your dog. You should be able to do that without having to be like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, I'm a veteran. So that's the whole thing about these veterans with the freaking supposed PTSD dogs that they don't need. If you're totally physically disabled and have serious problems, this video is not aimed at you. But the videos that I see in the mainstream news media, it's big, strong dudes in tactical pants and tactical vests. They walk around in the store and they get upset that people don't want the dog in the store. And that's not veteran type behavior. That's not respectable. That's not manly. That's not. And if you truly are disabled, like your arms are removed and you have to have a prosthetic leg, then having a reactive, crazy dog that's running around all the time, sniffing everybody's crotch and stuff, isn't going to help you anyways. Having a human by your side can help you so much more. So that's my point. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I have a dog. I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran. That's all these people are about. And then when people don't give them the attention that they think they've earned by having a dog by their side, they get all pissy and then they get news stories made up about them. That's stupid. Even that part is stupid because what about all the veterans that actually have challenges, that have helped their family members or got out of the military and started businesses? Why don't we give those veterans attention? Instead of giving attention to veterans that, oh, I went to Home Depot with my big old dog and he jumped on somebody and it pissed on the floor and the manager told me to leave my dog outside. So now I'm going to cry and have a big old news story. Who fucking cares? Why don't we give news stories to veterans that help their families start small businesses, that help their families with like nutrition and physical therapy and learning new habits? No, we don't. So the whole look at me, look at me, look at me bullshit of these veterans in stores with their dogs, why don't we go look at some other veterans that actually do something besides spoil fucking dogs and then be upset when they don't get attention for spoiling their dogs?